Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today is the big one. Today I want to talk to you about how you can achieve your most audacious goals in life. These are things that I've thought about. These are things that I've refined in my life over the course of 10, 15 years to try and achieve the success and results that I've gotten. These are processes that I incorporate and use in my own life that have propelled me to where I am today and that I think will propel me to where I want to be in the next 10 years. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you find value. Let's get started. So the first thing that you have to do if you want to achieve any kind of amazing goal is to start with the end first. What does that mean? It means visualize what is the end goal. If your goal is to become fit, what is your life going to be like when you reach that kind of athleticism, that kind of fitness? How is your life going to change? What you want to do here is you want to create a visual motivation of what the next couple steps are all going to be for. This is going to drive you day in, day out to achieving your goal. It's going to give you a why to all of this effort that you're about to invest in this long-term goal. For me, a lot of times this goal was product-based or business-based. So what I would do is I would imagine how my product would work when it was finished. What would it look like? How would people interact with it? How would it change their lives? And through having that very clear image of my end goal, I was able to motivate myself step by step towards actually producing, developing, releasing, and launching that product. So start with the end and be as clear as you can be. Close your eyes, imagine what your life is going to be like when you've achieved this goal. Make it something that is really tangible. Make it a reality. For me, your most audacious goals, your biggest goals, if it's a product, whatever it is, visualize the outcome first. Understand why you're about to go and spend all this time and energy on something, and come back to that vision and refine it as you go in your journey. But this is by far the most important thing. The counter example of this is when you were in school. When you were in school, you had all the structure to help you learn and succeed. But probably the majority of the information that you took in on a daily basis, you forgot. Why? Because your body didn't and your mind didn't have a reason for remembering and retaining all that information. So probably what happened is you went in every day, spent countless hours learning all these abstract theories. You remembered them until you took the test, and after that test, you forgot it and never used it again. The reason why that happened is because you were never sufficiently motivated to take that information and really incorporate it into your life and thinking. Whereas if you've ever really been interested in a hobby or anything like that, the opposite is true. You start actually with finding enjoyment in your hobby and you want to get better. You know that that's going to make your life a little bit more fun. You're going to enjoy that hobby more. So you spend your extra time and learn how to improve. You know why you want to invest that energy. And so all the learnings that you do after that point stick and retain. So you want to do the same thing with your goal setting. Start with why, and then the how is going to be a lot easier. Okay, so now this is step 2. What you have to do now that you have your long-term goal set up is you have to break that down into small achievable steps. And it's okay to not know how you're going to achieve step 10 when you're on step 1. But what's important is to be clear. Draw up a plan and a strategy going from where you are today to where you want to achieve. And your plan needs to be detailed at the state of where you're starting. So if you're at step 1, steps 1, 2, and 3 need to be pretty clear. You need to have actionable items. Step 4, 5, 6 beyond that can be looser, and you can have a sense of where you're going. You don't need to know exactly who the people you're going to talk to, what companies you're going to work with, figure out all the logistics quite yet. But you need to still have a direction of what you want to achieve. And as you go down these steps, as you go from step 1 to 2, step 3 to 4, you're going to redraw this plan and you're going to add in all the details to get you to the next step. So the first thing to do in your mind is to realize that, okay, I'm signing up for a journey. I'm not looking for overnight success. This is not something that's easy to achieve. This is something that a lot of people have tried to achieve and have failed doing. So how am I going to be different? How am I going to achieve this when other people have failed? Well, I'm going to be deliberate with my time. I'm going to strategize. I'm going to do what I say that I should do. I'm going to execute. and I'm gonna give myself enough time to actually achieve this. Okay, step 3. Now that you have all of these mini tasks that are gonna get you towards achieving your goal, you need to create time for that. How do you create time to achieve and address these small steps? Well, you need to be ruthless with your time. What does that mean? It means that you have to realize you cannot have everything in the world. You can only have 1 or 2 or 3 things that you really care about. So I think the saying goes, you can have anything you want in life, but you can't have everything. And that's especially true with these big goals. To have the consistency that you need to achieve your goal, you need to sacrifice something. So you need to be ruthless with your time. You need to change your behaviors, cut things out that are not helping you achieving your goal. You want to stay balanced. You don't want to be too extreme. You have to remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint. But you need to take deliberate action towards freeing up your time to achieve this goal, to taking care of these small steps. So how do you do that? The best hack that I found for doing this is time blocking. What you're trying to do is you're trying to simplify your life. You create a routine that has time allocated towards taking these steps, towards achieving your goal. So if you have a job already, that's great. I do not advocate you quitting your current job until you have something better that you already have in hand. Okay, so we want to do things smart way. That means time blocking. So if you work 9 to 5, after you come back from your job, instead of watching TV or spending 2 hours cooking or hanging out with friends or getting drinks, you need to set time aside for achieving your goals. Set 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, as much time as you can every day or every week. Set that time. Make sure you're sitting down, using that time towards achieving your goal. Now, the more consistent you can be with this, the better. So if you can make this a daily habit, that's better. If all you can do is do this type of commitment 2 days a week, then set it as 2 days a week. But what you want to do is set it and forget it. So you say to yourself, you make a contract with yourself every day between the hours of 7 and 9 p.m. or 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. I'm going to work on this thing and nothing else. And so you're not waking up every day and thinking, oh, I'm going to have time after work today. Do I want to watch a movie? Do I want to go get drinks with my friends? Well, I deserve that break. No, you want to make a commitment to yourself day in, day out. No matter what, you're going to spend these couple hours on this goal. And if you can do it daily, that's going to be better. If you are going to do it weekly or, God forbid, monthly, it's going to be harder to keep that streak and that rhythm. So you want to basically set it and forget it. Set time to achieve this. Okay, so you've set time to achieve your goal. You sit down, you've done this day in, day out for a couple weeks. You haven't made big progress yet. What do you do from here? Well, you have to realize again that the goal is not necessarily to conquer the world in one step, to reach your goal in one step. You want to make solid incremental progress each and every day. Doesn't mean that you're going to reach your goal in a week or in a month, but every day you need to try to make substantial progress towards your goal. Next thing you're going to say is, well, Xander, I don't have time. And I'm going to say that's not true. Your time is a resource. It's something that you allocate to different things. It's like you have $100 in your wallet, or let's say it's $24 in your wallet, right? 24 hours. How do you want to allocate those dollars? How do you want to allocate your time? Maybe you're spending 2, 3, 4 hours a day just on eating. 2 hours at lunch, 2 hours at dinner. That is time that you could save, money that you could save and allocate towards your goal. What I do in my life is I'm ruthless about at least 2 things in my life. The first thing would be dressing. I do not spend any time trying to figure out what I'm going to wear on a daily basis. If you guys have seen enough of my videos, you know that really in every video I'm wearing the same thing. Especially in these recent videos, I'm not even wearing my white shirt anymore. I'm just wearing black jeans and a black t-shirt. And this is what I wear every single day of the week. I'm kind of like a living cartoon character. If you ever watch like a Doug Funny from Nickelodeon, I think there's an episode he opens his closet and he has 20 or 30 of the exact same shirt, 20 or 30 of the exact same pants. I'm going to tell you that's essentially what my wardrobe looks like. You don't want to forget about hygiene as you're doing this, so don't literally wear the same clothes that you wore yesterday. But the idea is to simplify your life, save and conserve your decision-making power. Because to make a decision in your day takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of thought, takes a lot of time. And You want to, again, conserve your resources. You don't want to blow it on things that don't honestly really matter that much. So for me, I take it to the extreme. I wear the same type of shirt and the same type of pants every day. I wear the same type of shoes. I do not spend more than, I don't spend any time thinking about what I'm going to wear on a daily basis, unless, there's some event or something like that. If you want to be more stylish than me, what you could do is you could set up a rotating wardrobe. Monday you wear this outfit, Tuesday you wear another outfit, so on and so on. So you have pre-planned your wardrobe, so you just don't have to think about it anymore. This is a big time hack. And the other thing that I've done that's maybe a bit extreme is I have ruthlessly simplified my eating. My lunch and my dinners every single day of the week are the same. Sometimes I go out with friends, but normally when I'm in steady state, when I'm in flow, when I'm working towards achieving my goals and trying to be as productive as possible, I'm eating the same thing for every lunch and the same thing for every dinner. And what is that? For lunch, I'll have steak. I'll have a cereal because I combine breakfast and lunch together. I'll have milk. I'll have a yogurt, salad. I choose whole foods because I don't want to pollute my system, pollute my mind with junk food. I realize the correlation between eating high quality foods and how I feel and the energy that I have. So I simplify it and I pick healthy foods that are good for me, that are not necessarily high in fat or high in sugar or anything like that. And I eat the same thing day in, day out, because for me, I'm gonna define my gratification, my enjoyment in life towards achieving these bigger goals. I'm not gonna worry so much about what I'm eating on a day-to-day basis. So that's lunch. Dinner is quite similar. I have steak, I have some vegetables that I boil, I have some shrimp and pasta. I pick healthy foods. I set it and I forget it. And that gives me time towards achieving my goals. It gives me time to cut out of my schedule and use for time blocking. And I would say that this is one of my hacks to success towards achieving my goals, trying to find enough time for things. Okay, so this is now step 4. I'm gonna call this reframing fun. So in the previous steps, you've gone ahead and cut out time every day towards achieving your goal. You've time blocked, you've simplified other parts of your life to give you the opportunity to work on this goal. And you're gonna work on it day in, day out, consistently, making small steps every day until you've achieved your goal at the end of a couple months or a couple years. How are you gonna make yourself want to work on this every day? Well, you need to reframe it as fun. Fun can mean a lot of different things. When you were a settler on the frontier or you're a caveman, going out hunting every day or fishing every day was probably called work, right? It was something that you had to do, and it was probably a slog, and maybe you regretted Monday morning having to wake up early and do that, right? Now we see fishing and hunting as recreation, right? People spend hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars planning these elaborate trips, and for them that's fun, but the basic principle is the same. You're on a boat or you're on the shoreline fishing. It's something that was in the past probably construed as work, but now you see it as fun. And you can do the same thing with your goal. You don't have to say, oh, learning programming is going to be so much work. You can consider it an adventure, right? It could be fun to learn a new skill. Building a program, designing a program could be fun. Figuring out your logo, figuring out your slogan, all these things could be fun, exciting, and give you opportunities to grow and expand your capabilities and your experience. So it's important to frame things correctly. You have to look at things as an adventure, as an opportunity to improve yourself, and take gratification in the small steps, tangible steps that you're making towards your goal. So do not label this as work if you can, right? Try and label it as another form of fun, as a hobby, as something that you can enjoy, right? And if you can do that, then when that time rolls around and you work on this thing, it's not going to be such a drag. It's going to give you a break from your typical work. It's going to give you a break from your other responsibilities. It's going to be something that you can actually enjoy and find energy and excitement in, versus something that's going to cost you energy or make your day-to-day harder. It's something that you can look forward to. So reframing that however you can is important. For me, I spend a lot of my time in front of the computer. So some of my other goals are more physical, working out or renovating the house. I see that as a physical activity. And instead of saying, oh my God, I gotta go hang a bunch of drywall, it's great. I gotta, push my chair away from my desk, stand up, move around, get some physical exercise, do some things with my hands and learn how houses are built, or learn enough about houses so that I can go and build and design houses in the future. So framing, how you're spending your time, reframing work as fun is critical in having that motivation, keeping your energy up while you're achieving these goals. The fifth thing that's going to help you achieve your goal is being your own coach. That means every now and then taking a step back, looking at the work that you've done, being objective about it, and looking at ways to improve, acknowledging what you've done so far, looking at it through an objective lens, through a factual lens, and strategize how you improve and what your next step should be. This does not mean beating yourself up about not achieving your goal yet. A good coach is someone that's compassionate, but also dedicated towards the end goal and helping you improve. So having this ability to take a step back, look at things objectively with a clear mind is incredibly helpful, because the plan that you start with is not going to be the plan that you finish with. As you progress, as you learn a skill, as you go down understanding a particular industry or business, the information that you have, the learnings that you have need to be reincorporated. The failings that you have need to be reincorporated. So you need to take the time at each and every step to stop, acknowledge what you've done, and make plans for improving it. And these plans need to be actionable, and they need to be something that are applicable for you. So this does not mean, again, negative self-talk or beating yourself up for not getting there yet. Just try and be objective and compassionate with yourself about the steps that you need to improve on, the things that you can improve on. And then based on that, come up with a new strategy. And what you're looking to do is you're just trying to up level each and every step. You're going to set a small short-term goal. You're going to attempt it. You're going to fail at it. What you want to do is take those learnings, reincorporate it, so the next step you can jump a little bit higher, be a little bit more professional with your aiming, be a little bit more capable. And all you're looking to do is compound these small learnings, these small improvements over time until you reach and achieve your goal. And the last thing you can do is try to find a mentor. Try to find a role model for how you should act and behave in business and in life towards achieving your goal. So this should be someone that's already found the success that you want, someone that already has the qualities that you want. And of course, no one is, perfect, but at least they've proven themselves as someone that has mastered this particular thing that you're on your own journey trying to achieve. You want to take the same qualities that made them successful and apply it to your life. So you can follow them. Of course, if you can meet them in person and they're an actual person, that's better. But even if there's someone like Elon Musk or someone that's passed away, Benjamin Franklin or something, you can still learn from them through the readings, through their behavior. What you want to do is visualize, again, imagine how they would act in your situation, what it is that they would do, and you want to act in accordance to that. So you want to follow their role model and let that be a guiding principle for how you're making your decisions. Okay, so now you have sufficiently visualized what you're trying to achieve. It's tangible, you're clear on what it is you want. Now, how do you go and achieve that? Well, if you sit down and you start thinking about all the steps you have to do to achieve it, it's going to be pretty daunting. It's going to be something that you're going to have to master a new skill. You're going to face a lot of rejection. You might not get there on the first try. So it's going to be a concerted effort. Your goal is probably something that's going to take you months, if not years, to achieve. Otherwise, if it's a short-term goal, maybe you don't need all these hacks and you can, get there with willpower. But I'm talking about achieving your life's most important goals, right? Maybe that's financial freedom. Maybe that's finding what your true talent is or being of use to society. So that concludes the tips that I have for achieving your most ambitious goals. As I've said, I have taken a lot of time to synthesize this list down to the tips and tricks that I employ in my own life towards achieving my most ambitious goals. And I have to say that they've worked, giving me results so far. So I hope that this helps you in your journey towards becoming a better person, achieving your goals, financial or otherwise. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like the video, please like the video or subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate your support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and I wish you the best of luck in your journey.